What's going on, guys? This is Fletch here from Ultimate Halo. Now today I am overwhelmed with joy, not just because a new Halo game has been announced and shown. It's a Halo game with a classic art style, new engine and what looks to be an open world or open-ended Halo level design. Alongside that, I think there's some new and old ideas that somewhat scare me in a way, but also excite me for numerous reasons, and I'll cover that soon. But I believe Halo Infinite will be a story game only, with multiplayer co-op, and I think that Halo's multiplayer component will be an entirely separate game, and I'll discuss that a little bit more in a moment after I break down the trailer.
Ultimate Halo.
So first and foremost, we're treated to beautiful graphics, and at first I had no idea it was a Halo game. It really caught me off guard. The wildlife, the expansive environments, an engine that looked nothing like Halo's. It just didn't seem like anything Halo we'd seen in the past. Slowly we started to see military equipment, underwater excavators and the Marines, but at this stage it wasn't clear what it was going to be. We didn't know if they're bog standard Marines from behind, and then we saw them from the front in the classic Halo designed Marines. At this point I genuinely lost my mind, could not believe my eyes. We see the Warthog drive across this ridiculously expansive open setting, and then lastly we see the Master Chief in his classic helmet design, and you know what? Fucking respect to 343. In the last scene you see Master Chief put Cortana's chip into his helmet. Now part of me thought that this was going to be a prequel judging the designs, but it is confirmed to be part of Chief's story after Halo 5. You can read that on Halo Waypoint, I'll link it in the description, and it's most likely going to be the Halo ring on the Halo 5 legendary ending. At this stage I am certain this game's not going to come out this year. In fact I think it's a very long term project. From everything 343 said, and I'll link it in the description, it sounds like it's very early stuff, and it leads me to believe that's why it is only story. I think Halo esports scene is taking off once again, and it's proven to be very profitable, very popular for Microsoft, and as such I think a Halo single and multiplayer experiences can exist as separate games, and then they can double down on each game's respective features so that we can have the best Halo games we possibly can have. Further to this, I also think it'll help with development cycles, and I think then Halo fans don't have to deal with such drought of information and gameplay. And on the back of that as well, Halo fans want story, so I think it'll be able to enable us to have more story more often. I also want to point out some of the features. Now it's not a complete art style reversal. There's such designs like the Warthog and Battle Rifle that are the same as Halo 5, and I welcome that. I think there's a good mixture of both, and I think 343 have genuinely made some fantastic designs. Now on this wall here in this scene you can see some writing. Now at first I thought it was Forerunner. It's got some very similar scripture, but I do actually believe it's human. It most likely will be ancient human because the humans were de-evolved by the Didact and sent back to a primitive state, and as we know they lived on the Halo rings. So that leads me to believe there's going to be a lot more environmental storytelling, but it raises the question, are there any alive doing this? Are there any foreigners on this Halo ring, or is it just a usual Halo ring with some wildlife on it? I know we'll find that out in the future, but it's just a question I'm thinking at the time. I'm also sure it's not going to be a problem, but will there be a problem in the variety of environments, because there's a lack of human and Covenant structures, and it's very natural, very Forerunner, very ancient, and it could worry me because maybe that might restrict some of the storytelling. I'm not too sure, but maybe another Halo game could do that. Who's to say we're not going to get another Halo story game? Halo Wars 2 left it on a cliffhanger, so there could be more of them games coming out, and there could be a different theme in the future. I doubt it, but once again, more food for thought. And then some other small details I want to point out. The Marines are looking up in this scene, and when they drop the flare you can see the floaty things in the air. They don't look organic. In fact, I think they're most likely Sentinels, so I think that's pretty much a confirmation at this stage. And down there you can actually see that the Warthog is a scout model, so it means to me that there's going to be heavy exploration in this game. In terms of other characters from the previous game, Spartan Locke, not a clue what he's going to do. The Arbiter, same there. We know that I would say that Fireteam Osiris are going to disperse. Buck in Halo Bad Blood has grouped Alpha 9 for a certain mission, so we'll find out more information about that in the book coming up soon. And I think it's going to be very Master Chief focused. I know 343 Industries have pretty much promised that for the next Halo story game, so I'm curious to see where the direction goes. There's absolutely nothing to go off. We know he's on a Halo ring, we kind of established that was going to be the case in Halo 5's legendary ending, and I'm going to speculate and say we're in for a fall 2019 or spring 2020 release for this game because we have little information. 343 don't seem prepared to go into much detail, but from the wording on the Waypoint article, it's a very early venture. It's a brand new game engine, so we don't know what's the case is with the game just yet. I'm going to Seattle in September for PAX, and I would love to see some of the guys at 343. I know I'll see some of them, the great guys. I saw them last year. I probably won't receive any information, but if there is anything they allow us to share, of course I will be doing that. So make sure you subscribe and you hit the notification bell so that you receive all of our latest videos. My name's Fletch. If you want the latest Halo memery, follow me on Twitter at FletchUH, and I will see you in the next video on Ultimate Halo.
Subscribe now to Ultimate Halo for more unfriggin' believable Halo content.